Hello, everybody, and welcome to another podcast in my channel where I interview people that I find inspirational. And today I have Sarah from Iran. Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you doing? How is everything?
Thank you so much. Everything is fine. Everything is great. How are
Fantastic.
you?
I'm fine. I have just had another meeting before. So after you, I'm going to my afternoon sport. So I'm trying to organize my day. And before we start with your topic, which is about spirituality and spiritual coaching, which is something that a lot of people take for granted or something that is not taught in schools, we will dive into that. But very shortly, like if I wouldn't know you at all and if I would ask you, Sarah, tell me a bit about yourself, what would you say?
Oh, that's a really great question because it has also a spirituality answer and it has normal introduce words and sentences. So basically, who am I? My name is Alizadeh. I'm from Iran, and I'm geologist, biologist, and spiritual coach.
Fantastic. We will ask you about this as well. And since when are you in Turkey? You live in Turkey right now. Since how many years are you?
Yeah, yeah. There is 9 years, around 9 years that I have been living in Turkey.
So apart from being a spiritual coach, you're also a world citizen, speaking English very fluently, speaking Turkish very fluently, and improving yourself day by day. So you also set a good example on that, right?
I hope so, if I can be. Uh,
I think
Thank you so much, but
that's why I wanted to invite you because I think you're a good example on that as well. And
thank you so
as I said,
much.
your topic is something that we do not grow up with, which I mean, like in schools, we have mathematics, physics, literature, and all these vertical sciences, but we don't
Yeah.
have classes about spirituality or growing as people. So I think these initiatives are very valuable. But before we continue with the conversation, let's get the term straight that we understand what spirituality is. So I'm asking you, Miss Spirituality Coach, what is spirituality? Can you tell me a bit about it? What is it for you? What does it represent?
Well, it has so many answers for that because it's all about experience. A really short answer for that, we can say, uh, like it's kind of universal human experience because it's not the things that you can measure. It's not the thing that you can exactly tell because I'm sure that it's something that you can feel this by your experience, by your heart, but definitely it's not something about logic.
All right. And when we define terms, it's also important to say what it is not. So you said it's something through intuition and it's not something through logic, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And why is it important in a person's life? Why why should a person be more aware of his spiritual being?
Well, I think this is our big part of being to know why we are exist. Like spirituality does this in our life by telling us that we are more about being than how can I say this, than exist, like we are more than our body. So spirituality is more questions, main questions. uh,
You mean to think more and aware more or be more aware of our existence? As I think it's an important distinction that we're not in this world just to exist, but also
yeah,
their true purpose in life. So can we say that spirituality helps us do that and
yes,
contribute more to our universe?
yes, yes,
All right. Okay.
yes, basically.
And why has this been important since the mankind? That's my first question. And my second question, why is it? Why do you think it's especially important now in this stage of history?
Well, you know that we as a human live into mechanical world right now, and we are basically more far from what we really were, like around 100, 200 years ago. Like everything caused more pressure in this stage right now, and we are now really far from our real identity, our soul identity. So it's gonna be really important for people to know that we are somewhere beyond that daily pressure. Yeah, yeah, but basically that.
So basically, in today's world, we feel more and more like we are getting, you think that we're getting more and more detached from our inner selves and from the universe because of the speed that we're living the life with, because of our detachment from the nature. That's what you mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
All right. And then if I were to be someone as your spiritual coach, if I would be someone that who has almost no idea about this topic but would like to somehow be more aware that I know it's important but I don't know how to do it, and if I would come to you and I would say, without being your client, for example, even I would say, Sarah, how can I be more spiritual? This question is super wide, right? So I think it has different
Yes.
answers depending on different parameters. But
Yeah.
if for someone who wouldn't know about it, probably a question like this would come. And what would what would you say to someone that would ask, Sarah, how can I live a more spiritual life?
Actually, I hear this question so much. People wants to know where they wants to go by living a spiritual life. So I would love to say at first you don't need anything but silent your mind, because every answer you already know in your subconscious. You already have your life's answer. So the key for living a spiritual life is have a really silent mind, and then let not your nervous system but let your inner voice talk instead of your thinking. Actually, we are master this by living a spiritual life.
I resonate with this a lot as well because I was also a kind of person that thought more with logic, with the prefrontal cortex part of my mind, but in time I also understand how important it is to, yes, to act and think with your intuition as well. Actually, a friend of mine a couple of years ago, she said she was into these topics, and I had another friend who made fun of these topics, like, ah, it's bullshit, or in typical. And she said something like,
Yeah.
well, my friend asked, like, so what happens when you meditate? Like, does a power from the universe come? And my friend said something very nice. No, nothing comes from outside. Actually, it is all in you. You just find that potential. And I always use this analogy because I travel a lot, as you can always travel the world and there's always something new to discover. I think in our with our inner selves it's the same. There's always something to discover till the end of our lives because it's also organic, right?
Yeah. Yes. 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 That's true. Yeah. As you said, meditation is a big part uh, to kind of slow down your thinking, and more it's more about feeling. It's more about actually controlling your mind. By doing meditation time by time, you will definitely notice that you have a really great control on your thoughts, in your decision, and in your basically your daily quality, your life quality is going up by time by doing meditation. But beside that, uh, it is a little bit different for me. Me, by doing meditation also can feel something from universe. That, yeah, sometimes by doing really deep meditation, uh, like like most of the spiritual person, I can also have some extremely experience. That's why I'm telling that a spirituality life is all about you silent your mind, because it's all about experience. For sure, your experience will be different than mine. So yeah, just because we never can measure it, best thing to bring you to your spirituality journey is just at first learn to how to silence your mind by doing some uh, real meditation, true meditation.
And what is real meditation? What distinguishes real meditation from not real meditation? Just to give people an idea if they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, well, we have two kind of meditation. One is you are pretending to that you are meditate. You are, following something. You are just pretending to listen something, but your heart and your mind isn't through meditation. We have that. Beside that, we have another meditation that it's come from inside of you naturally, like you are there because you decided to silence your mind, because you decided to listen to your own sound. So therefore you actually value your time to do the real meditation. Also, in another hand, meditation can also be helpful for our mood, for our this is really important to know why you are meditation. You are meditation for um, answer some question inside of you, solve some problem inside of you, or you are meditation for your mental health and having a balance. That's why in that point you have to understand what kind of the meditation you have to choose, or uh, yeah, basically what you have to do with yourself. Are you really commit to find yourself, or you are just wasting your time by following some guidance meditation, even that you don't know where is the problem, because you don't know nothing about yourself, because you don't even uh, had no time for discover yourself, you know. That's the really big point of doing meditation, I think.
It's a good point. So, as most of the other things in life, meditating is also about the intention, right? The intention.
Yeah. Yes.
Actually,
Yes.
I have a guest right now, like because I host a lot of travelers. He's also Iranian, and
Yeah, really.
we're talking about these topics because he also wants to improve himself, in terms of spirituality. Because I'm also somehow,
Yeah.
uh, because of my job, I'm also researching a lot and trying to do it for myself as well. And he said something like, "Man, I try to do this, but I cannot focus. I feel like something is
Uh,
stopping me." And I think this is a good story for our next question, because a lot of people want to do it, right?
uh-huh.
Most
Yes.
people can't do it. And
Yes.
so, question to you: what blocks a person from reaching his true potential in spirituality, Sarah?
That's a really great question. For uh well, I think I think the best step for you to silence your mind and start from somewhere, you have to know how to breathe. Breathing can bring you to pay attention to your body, basically. And by you doing this, you can silence your mind and start from somewhere. This is the answer for people that they don't know how to start a really good meditation, and their mind is just going crazy during a meditation. And yeah, I should definitely say start from your breathing. If you can't do that, put your breathing into the account, like account 10, 9. Start from somewhere. If you came to zero, start it again. Or it can be something like some saying same word, or one sentences like I am good enough to do that, and just repeat this 50, 60 times. Therefore, your mind doesn't go to so many direction. After we are doing this a few times, then our mind decided to listen to our body. And during meditation, it will automatically bring your wave to alpha mode automatically. This is the practice. This is one of the short practice for doing this. For sure, you have to know also what kind of the breathing you have to have during the meditation that we are um, teach to people about some techniques about how to start to meditation. But okay, for coming to your question, what blocks us from what was exactly your question?
Well, you can't like the answer could the last final part could be anything, but from increasing our level of spirituality or being more aware of our spirituality. So, what are the common blocks that you see?
Yes. Well, we have to at first know this, in my opinion, that our emotion is our parts of being human. Most of us, we have some, uh, you know, strength feeling to know I am most strong, person around the world that I don't want to address, most of my emotions and these things. But almost everything from spirituality coming from emotions. And what are the huge main that bring you to some blockage from your chakras, from yourself, to you listen to yourself is fear, in my opinion, because fear is related to most of the emotions. And one of the main problems that you will have by having some fear in your life is uh, having less self-confidence. And just imagine, without self-confidence, you can't do anything at all, not even walking, not even not even staying in that society and talk to people, have a really good relationship. And as long as you don't have things, those and other problems will come basically.
All right, thank you. And it was also good to have those practical tips, especially for people who want to begin it. All right, I have one more question actually, and it's about you, your story. What has brought you into this path, Sarah? What has transformed you into a very spiritual person with high energy and someone that is trying to inspire other people to reach higher levels of energy?
Well, for me, I was always curious. I I asked question from my parents and from my teacher. So many questions about science, about why we are existing, and super deep questions. So yeah, in a really young age, and 7, 8 years old. But I just understand. Okay, even though that they are uh, big people, big human, but it's still they don't know what is the answer. So I'm gonna be who really wants to find this. But years and years it took, and I tried to ask this question more and more for people. But finally, 8 years ago, I just find that doesn't matter what will happen. We don't actually need any guidance. Nothing at all. What we really need is just listen to ourselves and listen to who we are. And then by silent our mind and being super quiet in quiet from external world, we can find our internal world. That's exactly like when you don't want to die while you are swimming, you have to pretend that you are a dead body. When yeah, in that point that your body will come up. That's exactly things about our life, I think. But for a person like me who never had guide, I'm not here to guide someone from my journey in sorry in my way. I'm here to bring them, to give them some exercise and by asking some really meaningful questions to bring them to their internal journey to discover about their selves. And I knew that I believe in by them believe in their selves and also listen to their own selves, which means emotions involved. They can find their journey and they will become super calm person. Doesn't matter what, doesn't matter um, what is external world is. Yeah, basically that's my
Yeah,
story.
I think that's also a good lesson for me as well. I have in the recent years have found out that whatever happens in the outside world, like most of it we cannot control anyways. Like a lot of people
Yes,
live with the illusion that they could control it, so they blame themselves, others, and the situation, and stay in their comfort zones because it's easy. Understanding that you can only do the change from inside out, and when you change from inside,
yes,
and things start changing outside, has been very miraculous for me. So I
yes,
think the points were also very, very valuable on that sense as well.
yeah, yes,
And
that's
if
it.
people would like to reach you, Sarah, to take advice or maybe even to work with you, how should they do so? How they can contact you?
Well, I just create a Instagram page as Sarah Spiritual Coach, and I have also Facebook account like Sarah Ladan Alizadeh. Yeah, whenever that they want, I am here to answer some of a famous question, but for sure I'm not gonna answer about their problem. I'm the one who have to ask them, and I'm gonna bring them by my responsibility to their journey.
Fantastic. So everybody can have this experience where they can be more
Yeah,
aware of their spirituality and as a result increase their frequency and vibration in life, and as a result would increase their quality of life anyways. Well,
mm,
I would like to thank you a lot, Sarah. It has been a very nice conversation, and it also
thank you
affected
so
my
much.
energy as well, and I also personally learned a lot from it, and I'm sure people
Thank
who watch this and who are watching it right now will learn a lot from it. And for the viewers, we are going to put Sarah's profile in the description section so you can always contact her as well. Before we say goodbye, Sarah, would you like to say anything else? Any ending notes?
thank you so much at first for you and give me that opportunity to introduce myself and talking about the spirituality world. And yeah, I just want to let them people know that our external world is not really serious. Truly, it don't worth our peace. So yeah, just take it easy, just stay calm, basically.
And go with the flow, as you said.
Yeah, for sure, sure.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Sarah. It has been,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
and we will see you in another video. And for the
Thank you.
viewers, as we said, we will put the contact of Sarah. So if you have any questions about her topic or if you would like to work with her, you can contact her. So thank you very much, Sarah, and have
Thank you so much.
bye bye. Take care.
Bye.